Went from a 5 to a 10, you know. Bitch, bow down. Look who turned to a clown now. I came back like a Marianne. You fell off like Bow Wow. You ain't got no class. Can't sit with us, can't come to my school. Ain't got time for these dumb little fools.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Lani Good. Lani with the good. Okay, so hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, then I fucks with you heavy. You know I love you. So basically today, I have to always do this because I always get lipstick on my teeth. But basically today I'm gonna do like a different type of video. It's gonna kind of be a story time, but it's also gonna be just like about my experiences, you know, with boys and some of the decisions I've made. And one day, like I was just thinking recently, like how good this video would be, because I thought like this video could really help someone, especially somebody young who is conflicted about the right decision to make when it comes to losing their virginity. And I take sex very seriously. I think I even take it more seriously now I've got older, because I feel like I totally 100,000,000% believe in soul ties. I totally 150,000,000% believe in soul ties, soul bondages. I believe in all of that stuff. I'm sure a lot of you believe that I have been through some of that, because you know some of you have seen my experiences here on YouTube. So I'm someone who's just a believer that sex can be extremely powerful, like extremely powerful, a strong bond between two people. And as women, I feel like we have to be smart with the decisions that we make. Do you know what I mean? We have to really think it through before we make it. So basically, where will I start with this? Because it's kind of like two parts, because I have regrets on how I lost it, but I think I also have regrets of who I lost it to. So when I start talking, I just want you to really try and gather and fathom what I'm saying, and I hopefully it can help you, or it can help like your little sister, your daughter. All of us are gonna have kids one day, and we wanna like steer them down the right path, not the wrong path. So this advice is kind of paramount, it's important. So yeah, I just want to do it right. So basically, this story is going to kind of it's gonna kind of question all the things that I was taught about sex. Losing your virginity and sex and relationships in general are not that straightforward. Nothing is black and white. So you may think there's a certain way to do something, but at the end of the day, everything you do in terms of opening your legs and giving your body to someone has to be, it has to be, number one, smart, but it also has to make sense. And then it has to make sense for you. When you give your body to someone, you have to be putting yourself first. You have to be the driving force in that situation. You can't be the one being blindsided. You need to be in control, kind of thing. So I lost my virginity. I just don't want to ramble on too much. I lost my virginity when I was about 19, 20. I can't actually remember the exact age, but it was after I got these bad boys done. I was really insecure about my breasts beforehand, so I wouldn't really let someone see me naked. So it was after I got my breasts done. So maybe 19, 20, maybe 20-ish is when I lost my virginity. But the shocking thing is this. The reason I regret losing my virginity to this boy, obviously I'm going to tell you the story in a minute, but it's actually because I was about 20 when I lost my virginity. And I think I was the last in my friendship circle to lose it. I'm going to talk about the misconceptions that I had at that age compared to now. So when I was younger, I believed that the later you lost your virginity in age, the more pure you were, the more virtuous you were. So if I lost my virginity, say, okay, so I was 20. So if I lost it, so if my friend, for instance, one of my friends lost it at 22, I would think sis won compared to me because she lost it later than me. So I saw age as a factor. I thought women that waited till they were married definitely were winning. So you know, the average age of marriage, I don't even know what the average age of marriage is, but let's just say in my head at the time, I thought the average age of marriage was like 27, 28. if you can survive to be a virgin until then, or at least until you're in a relationship with that person that you're gonna get married to, and you lose it to them, even if it's out of the sanctity of marriage. I thought that was winning. So these are all the things I had been taught in life, and I think it you know what, I just think it was a hindrance to me. It's not a hindrance to everybody, but I'm just telling you my personal story. In this 21st century, in this day and age, yeah, I don't think it's that easy to find the love of your life. So thinking you're going to save your virginity until you find the one, until you're married, sis, you might have that virginity till you're 40. You might have it till you're 40, 45, 46, 50, and, you know, never to wait that long to have sex and be intimate with a person is a really, really, really long time. So I don't think it's ideal. So and I just think it's unrealistic. Do you know what I mean? So here I am to hopefully teach you lot something that I feel like I learned. I'm gonna try and explain the best way I can, even though I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to get to the point. But so now let me tell you about the first time I ever started like linking anybody's dating, anybody, kissing boys. I had my first kiss at 15. Shortly after my first kiss, maybe the second or third boy I'd ever kissed, I met this gorgeous, scrumptious man. No, he wasn't a man, a boy. And oh my God, I had this huge crush on this boy that lived in my area. He only lived around the corner from me, like 5 minutes around the corner from me. At the time, I was really into light skins. I mean, it was just a phase. I don't discriminate now, but at the time, I was really, really into light skins. So like, you know, Chris Brown and all them man there, you know, swing them my way. So, oh my God, he reminded me of like a Bow Wow, I suppose, if you wanted to describe, if I had to describe what he looked like. He was like a Bow Wow, but prettier, like gorgeous boy. And oh my God, I remember I was walking home from school one day, and I used to see him on my bus. I used to get the W8, you know, big up Enfield and that. I used to get the W8, and he used to get on my bus. And I got off the bus, and I used to always see him, and every time I saw him, like, my heart would stop, and I used to think, oh my God, he's so gorgeous. Oh my God, I had just the biggest crush on him. And then one day he like was on a bike. Oh, I even remember the world stopped, guys. The world stopped. He was on a bike, and he was like riding his bike here in front of me. And I was like looking at him. I must have been looking at him. I must have been giving him the signal, because I fancied the shit out of him. And I had a nickname for him. Oh my God, I really hope you see this video. I really hope you see this video. My nickname for you was Buff Boy, because I thought he was so fine. Anyway, he must have stopped me, and he was like, no, he must have said, oi. Oh my God. Do you know I wrote this story in my diary, guys? That's how big of a deal it was to me. So he oyed me. So he was like, oi. And I like, the world stopped. The world stopped. I was like, oh my God, Buff Boy just oyed me. Are you dumb? Buff Boy just oyed me. Like, I couldn't believe it. And obviously I was just like, hi, you're right. And then obviously, like, you know, he was like, yo, my name's, you know, I'm just gonna call him Buff Boy, because that's what I actually wrote in my diary. So Buff Boy was just like, yo, like, you know, what you saying or whatever. And then I think he asked either for, I can't remember what he asked for. It was either my number or who knows, Facebook, I can't remember. I can't remember how people communicated back in the day. How did people communicate back in the day? I can't remember. BBM, who knows? Anyway, he asked for my number now. Or something, some sort of communication. And then we started talking. And for someone who was so fine, he was actually such a lovely person. The best of the best. Like, he was so amazing. And I remember one day he said to me, do I want to link? And obviously we're young, we don't have anywhere to go, but I was like, what do you want to do, go to the park or whatever? But I think the first time we linked, it was like October-ish, so it was kind of chilly, so we couldn't just be outside. So he said, you guys, this story, this is all coming back to me. So he was like to me, like, I know like a place, innit? Guys, when he asked me to link him, I swear my heart was going boom, 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 boom. Do you understand? Boom, 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 boom. Because this is Buff Boy. This is this fine specimen chatting to me. Oh my God, like, I couldn't believe he was giving me the time of day. I'm gonna be really honest, guys. I couldn't believe he was giving me the time of day. He was so fine to me. Like, I thought he was gorgeous. Like, I thought he was way out of my league. So when I found out, so when he like asked me to link him, I just couldn't believe it. And you have to understand, I was a very naive, very sheltered girl. So it didn't even fathom in my head. Like some people, maybe if a person that they think is out of their league is talking to them, they might think there's a possibility that the person wants to use them, things like that, because you know it's too good to be true. But I was so naive, I didn't even fathom that he could want anything out of me. I just assumed that he wants to link me, maybe he likes me. Like I was just dumb. So anyway, I remember he told me to link him at the train station. The train station's only like, it's like a 7-minute bop. 7 minutes, yeah? I know this because I have to leave my house 8 minutes to get the train to go work, yeah? 7-minute bop. I remember on the way there, I called my bestie, yeah? I was dying. I was like hyperventilating. I couldn't breathe, innit? And you know what? He asked to link me at 5. I used to finish school at 3:25. I went to St. Anne's Dunno. So yeah, I finished school at 3:25. I got home probably at 4. I probably left and you know, like sometimes at school you can like linger, but I didn't linger that day, innit? I made sure I went home quickly. Obviously, I probably put my little mascara on, probably gelled my hair, do you understand? Make sure I look cute. I picked little perfume. Put on my best jacket, my best jeans. My jeans probably had like friggin' rhinestones on them because, you know, them days, you know, tat galore. Some lip gloss, something, who knows, innit? Definitely know I had my mascara on. Probably had 3, 4, 5, 10 layers. Probably thick like spiders. So anyway, I must have gone to, if I can find a picture of what I looked like when I was 15, I'm gonna put it in here because I feel like it will help with the story. But yeah, so I went to go link him. Oh no, I was walking to the train station, walking, I'm dying in it. I'm calling my friend. Do you know, I was so nervous, I couldn't even go straight to the station. So next to the station, there's an adjacent road. There's this little adjacent road, yeah? Fam, when I got to the adjacent road, yeah, my heart stopped, yeah? I must have gone down the road. And the reason I went down the road is because like I had to literally get myself together because I was dying. Like I was actually dying. Like I had kissed 2 boys I think at this point, and they were, you know, they were alright, but I had never ever linked anybody that I had fancied on this level. I couldn't breathe, man. I couldn't breathe. Like he was fine. So I had to go down this road. I'm calling my brethren. I'm like, I'm gonna piss myself. I can't believe Buff Boy wants to link me, like a girl like me. I'm just average, do you understand? So I couldn't cope. Like I couldn't take it. Like I was dying. Like, so anyway, eventually, like I had to go link my man. Like, what am I gonna do? Just like be down this road, like pissing myself, having a heart attack, crying. I have to go link my man. So I must have gone. I bopped, and I saw him, innit? I saw Buff Boy. And when I got to him, oh my god, he looked fine, like, you know, perfect skin, like ooh, like butter, like ooh, like baby, like I was innocent, but like, you know what I'm saying, obviously I'm not as innocent now, so I'm, you know, but I was definitely thinking, oh my god, like your skin looks like ice cream, I just want to lick your face. So anyway, he must have taken me to near Chase Farm Hospital, which is like, I would say 15-minute walk from where we live. So we walked there, and guys, do you know what he took me? This guy took me to an abandoned house, an abandoned yard. We broke into some abandoned yards. I don't know how he knew they were abandoned. Maybe he was naughty. Who knows? Maybe he was, I don't know how he knew they were abandoned, innit? Like, people just know stuff, innit? Like, I don't know. But we went in there, and do you know we was only there for 45 minutes? To be honest with you, 45 minutes to me seemed like a lifetime. I'm not gonna lie to you. It seemed like hours because I was so nervous, yeah, and I didn't have that much boy experience. But obviously I was scared like a shell. And then my mum sat at bed calling my phone, and I think at this point it was like 6:30. So I had probably, I've been only with him for like 45 minutes, an hour max. We've been talking, and then I literally said to him, I have to go home. Imagine, I was 15 at the end of the day though. Of course I have to go home. I'm like, why would I not be home at 6:30? My school, even if, you know, at school, yeah, what we used to do sometimes, if we wanted to be part of the cool crew, even though school finished at 3:25, sometimes you take the long way home with your brethren just so you could be on the bus with all the other schools and with everyone. So what sometimes I used to do is I'd get on the W8 and go to Edmonton for no reason, just to be with people, just so I could be in Edmonton with everyone who's gang. I just wanted to be part of gang. So I'll go Edmonton, sometimes I'll go Wood Green, sometimes I'll go Tottenham, no reason. And I had another friend who lived in Enfield. We used to do the same thing. So we'll just be like, let's F it in it. We have nothing to do. Let's just roll with everyone on the bus. So we'll just used to take bus trips. But even if I went to Edmonton, Tottenham, Wood Green, like, the latest I'd be home, the latest I would enter the yard is 6. Do you understand? Because it's 3:25. You know, if you get on the bus even at 4, you get to Tottenham Wood Green at 5ish. You go McDonald's, get a little ting, and then you get on the bus. You get home at 6:10 latest. Like, but me not being home at 6:30, like, my mum was belling my phone in it, and because I wasn't picking up, because I didn't know how to lie. I didn't know what to say. She was obviously concerned. So like, anyway, do you know what's crazy? I was so friggin' innocent that I was very unaware of what people did when they linked. I was very unaware with anything sexual. So when I told him I had to leave, he then kissed me. I died. My body was floating. I was in heaven. I couldn't believe this buff specimen's lips was on mine. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this fine ass guy's lips was on mine. I mean, oh my god, he was just so beautiful to me. Like, you guys don't understand, he was so beautiful to me. So he was kissing me, and then you guys are gonna think this is a bit weird because I'm 50, I'm not a kid, but I think he wanted to just like fill me up. You know, sometimes like you have like, okay, you know, like people have, what's this thing called? I've heard it's not called stages, it's called base. Have you ever heard people say, like back in the day in movies, they'll be like, oh, did you go to base, did you do base 1, base 2, base 3, and all that kind of chat? And it just describes all the levels from kissing to maybe just like feeling someone up, to maybe touching them in a bit inappropriately, to maybe like oral sex, to actual sex, or whatever. So I was just so dumb and innocent. Like, I didn't even fathom that more than a kiss could happen. So he tried to put his hands down my jeans. Sorry, boo, I have to tell them. Like, if you see this, I still love you. But he tried to put my hands down my pants, and I was really confused. I was actually really confused because I didn't know what he wanted down there. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but I didn't know what he wanted down there. I thought, what is he looking for? What is he looking for? And this might sound dumb, but I didn't realize that a woman had to get wet before sex. I just didn't understand what he was doing. But anyway, he tried, and I don't think it worked. I don't know if me and him, I don't know if he actually flick the bean, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think I was so confused that it threw him off, and I was just like, waiting. And then he was just like, I think he must have thought, has this girl never got fingered? And I hadn't. You understand? So I basically had to go. So I just obviously got myself together, and I left, and I was just on cloud 9. Anyway, after that, I actually saw this boy on and off for 3 years. 3 years, and we never, ever went all the way. We never had sex. We didn't even do oral. Like, we used to just kiss. he used to touch me a bit, I would touch him a bit, but we used to just kiss. I don't know, he was so you know what, of all the guys I've ever linked, he was the most patient. I've had boyfriends after him when I was 18, 19, who literally would wife me within 2 to 3 weeks and then ask me, so what, I'm your boyfriend now, so what, like, let me break your virginity. Like, I've had boys be so impatient with me. He was so patient. He was such an angel. And this may sound a bit dumb, and it's just like, Lani, the past is the past, but the point I'm trying to make is, I thought that losing your virginity, I thought age was what was important. I thought losing it when you're old is important. This guy literally was my everything. Like, we used to hang out beyond his room. I think I drew pictures for him, and he was like my best mate. You guys don't even understand. It wasn't even about nothing. We were just brethren, that lips, like, and he was so patient with me. And anyway, I feel like because I thought he was so buff, I never felt like I was worthy of being with him. Deep inside, I think that's what I thought. I always felt like, because he was a lighty, I always felt like, and you know what, he's partly to blame in this. One second, let me just brush this. I used to always, he used to like make comments like, he used to make little rude comments sometimes, but I guess like he was a kid as well. So I can't blame him for the comments he made because he was young. Does that make sense? But he would make stupid like colorist jokes sometimes. And I don't think he meant them. But at the time, like, I don't know, we were just young. We were just dumb, innit? The reason I know he didn't mean them is because I just know him. Like, I still talk to him now. He didn't mean them. We don't talk all the time, but I know for a fact he didn't mean them. But I think in my head, I believe that he should be with a lighty. I just didn't think it was worthy. So I think part of me not giving him my virginity was to do with the fact that I just felt like I should wait to give it to my husband or my boyfriend or someone that would really, really appreciate it. And I can understand where I was coming from. But then, like, when is this perfect prince gonna come? That's out of my control. When is this perfect person who's going to appreciate my body gonna come? That's out of my control. I can be waiting till I'm 26, 27, 30, 35. I can be waiting forever. So when I was 20, I met this guy in Tottenham. Another lighty. Not as gorgeous as Buff Boy, but just on the next lighty. Within 3 weeks to a month of knowing this guy. Can you imagine 3 years versus 3 weeks to a month? Within a month. And I feel like at that time, I think I was just, I wouldn't say I was desperate to have sex, but I feel like a lot of my friends were making me feel really, really stupid and naive for not having sex. Like, grow up, Lani, you need to grow up, stop being a kid. Because I was, like I said, I was very sheltered. I was like this big baby. And like my friends used to just say to me, like, wagwan, like you actually need to grow up. So I felt a lot of peer pressure. So within a month of knowing this guy from Tottenham, I let him literally put my cherry. It was excruciating. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? And like, when I deep it now, I just think, really, girl? And this, if I tell you this story, it's just so jarring. The second guy from Tottenham, I was just dumb, man. I had no experience with boys. So when I linked him and we did whatever, he was nice to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was really nice to me. He used to call me, talk to me every day on the phone. Like, he gave me bare attention, told me I was beautiful, all this. He'll pick me up and then he'll take me to get food, and we used to get ice cream together. I used to hang out with his friends in the space of this small month. And then one time I went to his house and he popped my cherry. I even met his mum, you know. And then I was so dumb because after we had it wasn't really sex. I think it was just literally 2 strokes because it was painful. But after we did, maybe not 2, maybe 5. But after we had done that, I then had a conversation with him, and I remember being in the kitchen. I had a conversation with him, and I was so dumb. I kind of assumed that the fact that we had done that meant that he wanted to be my boyfriend. So the next conversation was, and I think, if I'm honest, I didn't like him that much. I think that I just felt like if you sleep with someone, that means that you're together. So I tried to have that conversation with him, like, about, like, you know, obviously, like, taking the next step. And he was just like, I'm not ready for a relationship. And I wasn't necessarily hurt by him, because I didn't actually like him all that much. But what I was hurt by is that I played myself. I let peer pressure and people in my ear and all these thoughts drive me to make a decision that was dumb. Like, me thinking age was the biggest factor on when you should lose your virginity meant that I didn't give it to my best friend. It's not even that sad, like, for me to get emotional, but I mean, I really regret that. I don't know, people don't even know this about me, but I take sex really seriously. I feel like when you give your body to someone, it's like a really big deal. I feel like sex is really sacred, and I just wish I gave it to him. Like the first guy who was my best mate. I just feel like that would have been really beautiful. That would have been really beautiful. And, like, the older I've got, the more I think, like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I gave my virginity to some random guy I was linking, bro. I regret that, man. Proper, man. I really do, man. I'm just disappointed. I know it sounds so dumb and it's years ago, but I'm just disappointed in what I did in it. I just feel like sometimes I've made, like, some dumb decisions in life, you know. With boys, man. Some dumb decisions. Fucking hell. And you know what? Just what an angel. And you know, his mum DM'd me one time I went viral for something bad, and she just said that she remembers me because I drew pictures for him, and she thought I was a lovely girl. Your son is a lovely boy. Your son is a lovely boy. So, yeah, man. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you can't lose it to your best friend. I'm literally fighting back the tears. It's not even, I'm not even sad. I'm not even sad, you know. I'm just, do you know what it is? Yeah, I just feel like sometimes in life as women, like, we take sex really seriously and guys don't. And how many people do we give our bodies to and they don't appreciate our bodies, our temple, our flower? Do you know what I mean, man? That's why I'm, like, celibate. Like, I haven't been with anyone in a year, and if you meet me on a regular basis, like, if you were in my life, you would know that I don't really talk about, like, dating or, like, boys and stuff. Like, you know, I try and be selective with who I give my virginity to. But if I have to give advice to anyone who's really young, I'll just say to you, yeah, make sure, I don't want you to not romanticize your virginity. I don't want you to not give it to a guy that loves you or you're in a relationship with. But if that's not happening, I don't want you to be scared to give it to your friend, especially somebody that respects you, bro. Do you understand? Like, having sex with people that respect you, fam, like, honestly, like, God, I didn't even know this would make me feel like this, you know? Sorry. Having sex with people that respect you, yeah, I just feel like you want to go to bed you want to go to bed at night and feel good about yourself. Do you understand? You don't want to feel like you've been used. You don't want to feel like an object. Do you understand? You don't want to feel like, do you know that guys that count virginities? Yeah? You don't want to be, God, I'm ruining my makeup. You don't want to be just a number. You don't want someone to count. Like, you don't, like, I'm not really hurt by that particular guy, but when I deep it, Do you understand? Like, that was my virginity. Do you understand? That was like my first time having sex. Like, that's my cherry. And I gave it to some random guy in Tottenham over my best friend. I don't know why I did that, man. I don't know why I did that. I just poor decision making skills, man. Lose it to someone that respects you, someone who's got love for you, bro. Like, my best fucking friend. Like, do you understand? Like that guy was there for me. And then I had this patient brother, and I just dickhead move, man. If you got a friend there, someone that respects you and loves you, you're better off. Your first time, that's something you always remember, even when you're 50. Like, I think. Do you understand? Like, that's a bond. That's your first time. I don't care what anyone says. If you guys think I'm moist, like, I think sex is important. That's a bond. Your virginity, your first time. Like, don't just give it to some waste man. Like, he wasn't even a waste man. The guy wasn't mean, but why would I do that when I had a king in my life? Like, a king. So those are my regrets. I didn't know it would make me feel like that. It's something that I've always thought in my head, but I just never said it out loud until now. I really hope that Buff Boy watches this video. And I just want to close the video by saying I just hope you guys learn from my story. And Buff Boy, I just want to say God, I just want to say thank you for you were just so patient. You were just like the perfect guy. I just want to thank you for being such a good friend to me when I was younger, and I really appreciate you and your mum. That you guys are really nice people. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I'm not sad, I'm just overwhelmed. Because I've never told people that I regret how I lost my virginity. I'm really overwhelmed. But I just, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, for being who you are. Honestly, there's not enough people like you in this world. Just really, I'll never forget you. You're always going to be in my heart. Okay, enough. I have to go on live. Okay, I'm good. I'm not even sad. I'm good. But I don't want any little girl to regret how they lose theirs. Lose it to someone that respects you. Lose it to somebody that has love for you. They don't even have to be like some buff guy like me. Just lose it. Like, it's better to lose it to your friend than to lose it to a shit boyfriend that's just gonna cheat on you and break your heart. Trust me. You want your first experience, the one that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life, to be you want it to be a beautiful one to remember. Trust me. Get me? Trust me. When I have a daughter, I'm gonna tell her like doing it with a friend is the way to go, in my opinion, innit? But bye guys, until the next video. God, I can't believe I cried.
Went from a 5 to a 10, you know. Bitch, bow down. Look who turned to a clown now. I came back like a Marianne. You fell off like bow wow. You ain't got no class. Can't sit with us, can't come to my school. Ain't got time for these dumb little fools.